Hello! Alright, today we're going to take apart a GeekBar because there is a reusable battery cell in here that I like using, and I am also curious if it is possible to refill these because I'm sick of spending $20 to $25, $30, kind of depending on where you go, to buy a new one. So if I can do something to refill these, I'm going to do that. So let's start by disassembling it. First thing you're going to need, a set of pliers. Second thing you're going to need, something as a pry bar. What I like to use is a flathead screwdriver of some sort, just enough to get this little edge open. So you're going to start here on this little colored section. And what you're going to do is you're going to get underneath that edge enough to pry up. Now once you have that edge pried up, let me put my screwdriver bit back here so I don't lose it. Depends on how destructive you want to be. If you do not want to be very destructive, you can pry up both edges like this, and then you can pull around like that and pull the back off. Be careful if you have your fingernails under there, it will go underneath your fingernails and you will have blood coming out. It's not fun, so just be careful, use a tool if you're trying to do it quickly or with a lot of force. If you don't care about it, you can just rip it off with pliers, it comes right off. Now that that's off, we've got a couple more things to do. So we're going to start with this top piece. Top piece, twist it. All done. Next, we're going to use the pliers. Now if you look right here where I'm grabbing, there is a section that is right above the top that is part of the top. You can just break that off, it's a clip. Same thing with the bottom. Now be careful if you're using something sharp. The battery is right in this section or this portion of the GeekBar right here. So do not try to puncture this or cut into it, etc., because if that lithium-ion battery goes off, it will be dangerous. Do not want to deal with that. So same thing with this one, except this time instead of grabbing it from the top, you kind of have to go under a little bit with something and then pry it up. Now that that's up, on the side you're going to see a little tab, flip it around, you got two more of those. Use something to pry it underneath. For me, I could use a flathead, you could use some tweezers, you could use some pliers, doesn't really matter. As long as you can get under, you can get those tabs up. I like to break them because I don't plan on reusing the plastics or anything like that. Snap, snap, flip it around. Get my fingernail under there. Pliers, snap, snap. Pliers, snap, snap. Now you should be able to pull this right on out. Outer casing, inner piece. So here's the whole outer casing of your GeekBar. Woo! It's like a fake vape now. Choo-choo! Extra pieces. This is the inside. This is the good stuff. This is what you need. LED screen is this piece that's wrapping around. This is a little board that's powering it. You have a little thing going in. On the bottom here is your circuit board, this little bottom piece, and then that connects to your refill tank and to your battery. So what we can do is we can pull up this little circuit board here, and that should just pull right off. There's no real clips or anything holding that in place. What you're going to do is you're just going to slowly pull that. So if we look at this, here is where you store all the liquid. Here's your battery. Here's everything that manages it. So if we wanted to refill it, theoretically, let's put this cap back on. This is where your mouthpiece is. This is where that's going. So if we want to, we could theoretically drill a hole in here, about right here. And now if we were to drill straight down, there's a good chance we're going to hit the battery if we're not at a perfectly straight angle. So what I'm thinking is, because there's an opening right here, we should try to aim for right here as an entry point, but we should angle it towards the mouthpiece. So if we go in approximately half of this distance, and then we angle it about a 45 towards the mouthpiece, and we drill a hole with a big enough drill bit to fit our refill container or our refill nicotine juice type stuff, we should be able theoretically to just drill a hole, find some sort of cap or a piece of tape to cover it up so nothing gets in there, and you can refill these and not spend 20 bucks on your next one. That is how you disassemble a GeekBar. If you got any questions, leave it in the comments. Peace.